Eddie Ghabour back with us this morning. The Fed will announce another rate hike today. Are they done after this one?
No, Stuart, I think it's wishful thinking to think that the Fed is going to pause when we're still at a 7% inflationary rate. And they've been crystal clear that they're going to continue to tighten. And the market's already priced in that tightening is going to slow down. The biggest thing I want to hear today, which is more important than the rate hikes, is the balance sheet roll-off. Are they going to continue $90 billion a month, or at least try to do that? That's a lot more damaging for next year than rate hikes. And lastly, I've been hearing this narrative of you should buy stocks because the Fed is going to cut rates next year. Let me be crystal clear, and forgive me for going against this so harshly. That's a ridiculous comment to make because the Fed only cuts rates when the economy and markets crash. So if you think the Fed's cutting rates next year, basically you're telling investors they should be playing defense because things are going to be very ugly next year.
I want to know how much you are back in the market, because you're famous for 1 year ago saying get out of the market and stay out. I want to know how much you are back in now, if at all.
So our tactical strategy has well over 80% cash in it, and we're going to keep it at a very high level going into next year. And here's why. Here's the setup. We just follow the data. We have never in history seen a Fed tighten monetary policy and liquidity at the pace that we've seen this year. It's unprecedented. And most of what they've done we haven't seen the effects of it yet. We're going to see the effects of it next year. And a major red flag that I saw this past week or last week was Blackstone starting to limit redemptions on some of the private investments for a $120 billion fund. Liquidity is drying up, and investors are going to learn the hard way if they're fully invested what happens when liquidity dries up. Because if the private market dries up, there's only one other market to go to raise liquidity.
I got it. I understand. Eddie Ghabour, you've been right before. I hope you're wrong this time. All right, Eddie, we will see you again shortly, and that's a fact.